Welcome back. You guys made it to session 2. I'm Kelly Roach.
I'm Stephanie. I'm the Senior Marketing Manager here.
And we are so happy to have you. So in our last session, we talked about simplifying your offer, getting focused on the most urgent need that your audience is going to be willing to pull out their credit cards and pay for right now. And the homework thread has been bumping. So great job. I want to remind you guys, of course, that you want to make sure you get through all of these videos before we pull them down on Thursday night. So make sure that you are keeping up with us as we go. Remember, the goal is that by the time you get done these sessions with us, your launch is 100% designed. It's on the calendar. You have a plan for filling up your group. Everything is locked, loaded, and ready to go. You are ready to go out in the world and use the live launch method to change the direction of your life forever. So please try to keep up, and thank you so much to everyone that is commenting with your action steps. Stephanie and I have loved going through all of your feedback. Again, reminder, we want to recognize and reward the people that are really committed to their success and are taking action. So we are doing a giveaway of a scholarship that's worth almost $7,000 with the Unstoppable Entrepreneur. It is the #1 business growth incubator on the planet, where we teach entrepreneurs how to build, grow, and scale 7-figure businesses online. We're doing a book bundle giveaway.
Yes, you know we love them.
Yes, you know we love them. We're doing an Amazon giveaway. So we have lots of stuff planned that we're going to do to recognize and reward those that are taking action, because we want nothing more than you guys to finish this program with us and be ready to take your launch to the world and make real money with it.
Love it.
So one more time, we are going to be going live throughout the rest of the day today. As Stephanie mentioned already, 5 p.m. will be the day 1 wrap up. So if you do miss anything, that's a great opportunity to kind of circle back and get what you need. And then we will be doing all sorts of bonus trainings throughout the day. Tomorrow we'll wrap at about 5 p.m. And then Stephanie and I will be accessible through, I think, midday on Friday. The group will be open till about midday on Friday. So we're excited to serve you guys. Again, the schedule is up in the banner above. And then Steph, I know we have people always asking us, where can they go to access the videos afterwards? Can you walk them through that?
Oh yeah, so everybody's always kind of concerned about where they can find the replays. The easiest way, guys, is comment and tag me, Stephanie Euler, that's EU at the end. I'll just tag you in any videos you need. If you're able to click up to the videos section as well of the group, you can see all of them there, the bonus sessions, the sessions from today, and then before we wrap, you'll have all of them. So either way, whatever you need, just give us a heads up and we'll make sure that you get them.
Awesome. And those videos are going to be up until Thursday evening. So make sure you plan out your schedule so that you can access each of those before they disappear. Okay, so we talked a little bit about your offer. We talked about the psychology of people spending money on the things that they emotionally desire, and then backing it up with the logic of why they need that thing. And so getting in tune with your audience is going to be a huge theme throughout this entire program. Today, in this second session, we're really focusing in on how do you generate the leads and how do you get the Facebook group filled that you're going to use for your live launch. Now, before we dive into the 10 ways that you're going to fill your group, which Stephanie is going to walk you through, since she is the one who does this for our organization, so she is a master ninja at this, what I want to do is I really want to explain, #1, what differentiates the live launch method and why we are recommending that initially you do this in a Facebook group. Okay, because it's important that you guys understand the why. Otherwise, you're going to make changes, and those changes are going to hurt your results, and you're not going to know that you shouldn't have made those changes. So the live launch method is about ripping down all of the barriers between you and your audience so that you can connect and engage directly with them, just like we are with you guys right now. Hello out there. We're so happy that you guys are here. Comment below actually now with the #1 thing that you took away from session #1. And as soon as we are done and we are off the live stream, Stephanie and I will both get in so we can spend some time talking to you guys, because one of our favorite parts of the live launch method is just the opportunity to engage with you guys and go back and forth. But what I want to really emphasize is that building a direct line of communication to your audience by doing your launch live is one of the most important elements of how you are going to succeed. So #1, we want you to do your live launch live. That is why it's called the live launch method, because it allows you to respond and go back and forth and engage and talk to people. And that is already going to be a huge step forward in creating rapport and trust and all of that with your audience. #2, we want you to take them through 4 key pillars, the 4 pillars of what you are teaching, and the 4 pillars of what they must know to have success with this thing that you're teaching them. So for example, we are walking you through the 4 pillars today of what you must know and must understand about the live launch method in order to have your first 6-figure day using the method. No, we're not guaranteeing that the first time you do this that you're going to make 6 figures. Some people will, and some of our clients do. But for most of you guys, you might need to practice a couple times in order to get that. But you now are gonna have the vehicle that makes that possible for you, and you're gonna have everything you need to make that happen for you and happen very quickly. So number 1, you're doing it live, so you're driving that 2-way engagement, right? Number 2, you're making sure that you're walking them through the 4 pillars of what they must know in order to be successful with your methodology. Number 3, now this is a big one, so make sure you are writing this on your homework.
Come back to us.
Right? Come back to us. Come back to us. You want to make sure that the thing that you're teaching directly feeds into the first thing they're going to learn when they join your paid program. So for us, the very first thing that we teach in the Unstoppable program is how to build a 7-figure ecosystem and how to use the live launch method to do it. We get really granular and really specific about the back-end sales system that you use with your live launch, and we walk you through literally every detail of the messages that you send out, the strategies you're going to use to fill your group, and everything in between. So you want to make sure that your live launch directly flows into the first thing that you're going to teach in your paid program so that there's continuity. People have momentum, they got a result, and now they're moving into working with you on that long-term big breakthrough. Hopefully this is making sense for everybody. I want to pause for a second. Now, I want you guys to comment down below and let me know if you are clear on what is so different, so special, and so much more powerful about the live launch method than anything else you've used in the past. If you have been scrambling in your business trying to close one person at a time, get ready to kick that to the curb and get rid of that forever, because the only thing you should be thinking about from this point forward is how you're going to be closing 20, 30, 50 people at a time into your programs, and the sky is the limit from there. Okay? Now, I mentioned this already, but I want to say it one more time. Using your intuition and matching where your audience is so that you can change your content to match what their wants and needs are. So many times during our live launch, Stephanie and I get together in between sessions and we talk about the questions that you guys are asking, and we will actually mold and change the content that we're using live, and in fact you'll see us do this tomorrow, based on all the feedback and comments that we are getting from you. Okay, so the other thing that's so important about this is you want to pay attention and listen, right, Stephanie? I think that's one of the biggest principles of why this process will work for you, is that you're focusing on engaging, you're listening, you're meeting your audience where they are, and that is absolutely invaluable. What would you add to that, Steph?
You know, I think the thing that has gone wrong for so many people in their program launches, and much like we talked about in video 1, is everyone's concerned about the tech piece of it. But what that tech piece does is it pulls you out of the moment so that you're not even showing up at your full energy, that you're connecting with these people and having this deep engagement, because you're so focused on those little tactics and like, let me script this and it has to look a certain way and I have to get this slide and this thumbnail. Guys, it's not where the market is right now.
And it's not where the money's at.
Exactly.
It's not where the money is at. And Stephanie is so right. I'm going to go on a tangent for like 2 seconds on that, because that is exactly why we created this method, guys. We know that we were not operating from our zone of genius because we were so tied down in the ridiculous landing pages, funnels, emails. I mean, we at one point, I think we had like 50 emails that we had to write.
We were like writing emails for like a year.
It's ridiculous. So if you've struggled up until now, you probably have gotten caught up in that same thing that Stephanie's talking about here, where you're not operating from a zone of genius because you're focusing on 100 other things that you have to manage and play to instead. So I think that's such a good warning and such a good breakthrough for everybody listening. Yeah. One of the other things that's so different about this method, and then I'm going to turn it over to Stephanie to go through those 10 ways, is that you are not only using your intuition, but you are getting the chance to spend enough time with people so that they can go through the know, like, and trust process and get to the point of buying very, very quickly. You can take people from cold to close in 48 hours. Really, it's 24 hours, but we say 48 hours because, you may have the group open for 2 days. So what you're going to see is you're going to do 4 sessions on the 4 pillars. You're gonna do a recap so that you can tie it nicely together for everyone. Then the second day, you're gonna do bonus sessions. You're gonna do lots of Q&A, answering the questions that came in on day one, right? And then you're going to bring it full circle by transitioning into extending the opportunity for people that want to bring this process full circle, want to work with you, and you are going to transition into 5 very specific selling components that are going to allow you to get people over all of the emotional hurdles, roadblocks, and objections that they might have to their own success and bring them to the close quickly. So this process is literally, to me, it has been like miraculous for our business. For you, you're gonna find the same thing if you follow the system. And that's the final note I wanna make. We recommend that the first time that you do it exactly how we are recommending it. Once you do your first 6 figures with the method, take it and do whatever you want, right? If you want to do it on Instagram, do it on Instagram. If you want to transition it to LinkedIn and do Zoom sessions, do LinkedIn Zoom sessions. If you want to turn it into a 5-day challenge, turn it into a 5-day challenge. We don't care. But the first time you do it, we want you to follow the exact methodology that we're giving you. And that is that we recommend that the first time and the first few times that you do this, that you do it in a Facebook group. Now, Stephanie, why don't you talk a little bit about the community element and the cultural element, because I think that's what people don't understand about why this has to be done in a Facebook group.
Yeah, and oh my gosh, I could go on about this forever. I'm going to try and keep it fairly concise here. You know, I think the thing with social media that becomes so stressful for entrepreneurs is the idea of omnipresence and having to be everywhere all the time. If you're a business owner where social media and content and all of that stuff is still new, it's still in the works, or you're just still refining it, what I want you to think about with a Facebook group is this is your corner of the internet. This is the one place I want you to show up every single week, give your energy to, give your time to. That's your main kind of hub, right? I would say your Facebook group really is your headquarters. Where most people think when they're like, well, I don't want to do a Facebook group, or I don't have a Facebook group already, can I just do it X, Y, and Z? That's where you get caught in, okay, I'm gonna do some videos live on Instagram. Should I put them on my business page? Should I send them to my email? Do I have to download them? Should I edit them? We want you to stay away from the tech headache and the spiraling that happens when you go down this path of like, okay, it's day 2, I have to pull all these assets, right?
Oh, heck yes.
Give yourself a headquarter. Yes.
Simplicity, please, guys, comment below and say, I commit to simplicity.
Yes.
Please tell us that you will commit to simplicity. The more simple you make this, the more money you will make. Yes, Stephanie?
Agreed.
Yes.
Agreed. Cool. So we talked about the importance of that. Again, your own little place. Do not confuse your market by trying to do 27 different things at once, right? Let's talk about your actual community. So we're gonna run through the 10 ways here. I wanna preface this by one very, very important thing, and this is a do not skip step, so someone can put that in the comments below. Make sure we all have this like tattooed on our faces before we leave, like burn this into your brain. Your minimum number to have in your Facebook group is going to be 300 people, and there's a reason for that. We don't want you to go under. If you want to go over, amazing. 300 is your first core piece. The reason for that is that most people, when they do this launch, are going to convert somewhere between 2 and 5% of their engaged audience. So that 300 number really is, yes, 300 people, but 300 people that are tuned in and excited and have buy-in into your launch. There's a lot of different ways you can get buy-in from people, and it all comes down to how you're going to fill your groups. Let's run through the ways. You guys have your homework. Grab it. This is time to get a pen, a pencil, whatever you're writing on. I don't care if you're writing it in your phone. Let's run through a couple of these ways, right? So to preface this, the way that I always like to kind of run through this is list out every single asset you have and say, how am I going to turn my Instagram stories into a platform, driving people back, or how do I use my email list? All of it is fair game, right? So number 1, Instagram. This is where most of you guys are hanging out. You tell us time and time again you're using it. Many of you guys have a ton of followers there, or at least a small core group of followers of people in your target market. So I'm gonna give you the easiest hack ever for filling your Facebook group. DM your followers and invite them in. It's simple. You guys can tell. We're not here to tell you to buy 18 different tools. We're not here to tell you to automate everything. If you need people, go out and get yourself some people. And Instagram is a really popular way right now to do that. Most of you guys are there, so we want you leveraging it, right? So DMs on Instagram, DMs on Facebook, right? You probably have people in like your business inbox. You probably have people on your personal page, right? There's so many different ways you can use that. Number 3, LinkedIn. A lot of you guys are also operating businesses where either there's some type of B2B component or you're just in an industry that plays more well with LinkedIn, reach out to your people there,
Yep.
right? Again, you guys will hear me say this, and you've heard me say this if you've done a training with me. If you need people, go get people, right?
Yeah.
It's not this kind of like overly complicated thing.
Yeah, and I think because of tech and because of all of the things that you could do to do this,
Right.
we overcomplicate. There are over 7 billion people on the planet, guys.
You need 300.
You can find 300 in 3 weeks or less to do your first wildly profitable launch. And this is like a no excuses thing. We've literally had people do the live launch where by the time we were done the live launch,
Yeah.
they had their group halfway filled.
Yeah.
So that's how simple and easy this is. So Steph, give them the rest of the ways.
Yeah.
And then by the time you guys are off the line with us, you're ready to go start filling your group between now and session 3, okay?
Perfect. Yep. So we talked about the 3 different DM platforms: Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. Be leveraging Instagram stories, right? Post on all of your social media channels, including your personal page. We don't always recommend doing your business stuff on your personal page, but I know you are.
Yeah.
For example, so many people are connected with prospects on their personal
Yeah.
page. This is a great chance to leverage it, right? Go live in other groups, do some social collaborations, get on podcasts, right? Depending on your lead up time, that's a really powerful way to
Yep.
tap into core engaged communities. Be emailing your list, right? Reach out to them every way you have the connections with them. Run Facebook ads if you're at a stage in your business that way. And one of our favorite ways that we've done a couple tests with this over the last couple months, it's the first time we're teaching it for this method, is do some giveaways to generate referrals, right? It's quick, it's easy, it's super fun. There's no right or wrong to running a giveaway for referrals. Like, we've done everything
Yeah.
from give away Starbucks gift card to like a Mac lab
Yeah.
or a MacBook laptop,
Yeah.
right? So, again, list all of your assets, including your people. There's a great way, and there's a lot of low-hanging fruit going after your current happy clients and asking them who they know. In this hyper-digital
Yeah.
world, we're all super connected, so it's
That-
pretty easy to get. Again, if you need people, go get some people.
Yeah, and I would just add to that, guys, like I said already, we have people that literally during the live launch get their group like 50% filled before
Yeah.
they're even done. I would recommend you do the same. There's a couple keys to this. Number 1, mindset.
Yep.
So if you say to yourself, there's leads all around me, there's leads connecting me all over the place, I
Yes.
just literally need to message and invite them, you're going to
gonna
see
get it.
people coming back. If you say, I don't know where to go, I don't know what to do, you start overthinking it and you start prejudging people, you're going to struggle, right? So number 1 is take action right away. Number 2 is remember it on average takes 16 impressions
Yes.
to get an action, right? So if you go out there and you post 1 round of posts on your business page, on your personal page, across your platforms, and you're like, oh my gosh, no one's responding, well, that's because you haven't even gotten this party started
Yes.
yet, right? So consistency and frequency are always the top drivers of sales and action in any realm. And so pick a couple of these methodologies, go to the action post, which you're gonna see go up as soon as we are off the live stream, and share with us what is your plan to get your group filled. Remember, you need a minimum of 300 to get started on your first one. Leads are all around you. It's about opening up your awareness, opening up your mindset, and extending the invitation. And don't worry if this is new to you, it's foreign to you, you don't know where to start, you don't know how to do this. We'll talk to you tomorrow about the Unstoppable Entrepreneur Program. If you need hands-on help, we'll walk you through how you can get that. But what I promise you is if you just keep it simple and get started, you can start seeing results right away. So
Yes.
we will see you guys over on the action thread. Thanks so much.
Talk to
See
you
you on
soon.
session 3.